Hey T-Birds fans, Ryan Smith here. I am joined by new Thunderbirds head coach Steve Konowalchuk. Steve, first of all, welcome to St. Louis/Springfield. I kind of want to start with what made the Springfield job so attractive to you. I mean, going back, obviously you have connections with Kevin Maxwell, but what made this particular opportunity a fit for you?
Well, I think Kevin Maxwell, I was able to work with him in New York and felt we had a good relationship, so it always makes it comfortable going into an organization where you know some people and have a good place to work. Always from the outside looking in, had a ton of respect for the St. Louis Blues organization, so that was important to me. And as far as the American League level, I like to try to make as much of an impact with younger players as much as I can. I enjoyed the junior hockey level coaching there, but wanted to take a next step and work with players that are one step away of getting to the NHL and help develop them there, and hopefully guide them in the right direction and get them up into the NHL. So I'm real excited about this level and helping them to be able to develop and eventually see these guys help the Blues.
There's certainly no shortage of people in the Northeast who are familiar with your playing days, of course, spending a lot of your NHL career with the Washington Capitals, where you were a captain, and really in your playing career you were kind of leaned upon as a jack of all trades and did whatever was asked of you. Is it fair to say that some of those traits that made you a successful NHL player are what you are hoping to impart upon these young players especially?
I think so. Obviously, like today's game, the skill level is so high. The skill level is so high with all the players compared to what it was when I played, but there's still the same little details on the ice, with puck battles, going to the net, getting pucks out, if you're defending, blocking shots, being good in front of your net. So those same kind of details still apply, and you get your superstar players at the National League level that have that skill to win the games in the moment. But for the most part, it's players that can be relied upon all the time, shift in, shift out, and that's how I had to survive. I wasn't able to take too many shifts off, or I wouldn't have played very long. And I had a coach in Jim Schoenfeld many years. He was my main first NHL coach, and he instilled some habits in me that helped carry me through to an NHL career that I was fortunate to have, and certainly would like to pass on some of that to the guys I'm coaching.
You alluded to it a bit when you talked about the opportunity here in Springfield. Your head coaching career was at the junior level prior to this. This will be your first crack at the professional ranks. But having coached some guys who have gone on to become NHL stars like a Matt Barzal, guys who became Stanley Cup champions like a Keegan Colasar, a Shea Theodore, what kinds of things did you learn coaching young players at the junior level that you think will help translate to guys who are now trying to make that junior or European youth and junior hockey levels turning into North American pros?
Well, I don't think it changes a ton as far as the same details. Your foundation's built a little bit more now at the American Hockey League level. I was fortunate with Colorado Eagles last year to work with some good veteran American League guys that have more of the foundation that what you're already instilling at the junior level. But there's still another step. Obviously, they're still down on the American League level, want to get up there. So there's still another step. If you have the skill of a Barzal, you still have to learn to play the 200-foot game, right? Young kids, they got the skill, but they still have to learn how to not only just play the 200-foot game, but be willing to do the dirty things, the blocking the shots, taking hit to make play that helps win hockey games at every level. And then when you get up to the NHL, then the coaches start you're in their trust, and then they want to keep getting you on the ice, and then you kind of build off of that.
Without diving too much into your trade secrets, so to speak, when you go about looking at the game of hockey and your philosophy as a coach and your systems as a coach, what are things you look for in your team and in your players that fit a system that you think is the best one fit to win hockey games?
Well, I don't believe I have any secrets and think I might reinvent the wheel with reinvent anything trying to with my system. I want my team to play hard. I want my team to play fast. I want to get the puck up, get the puck in, and get on a good, strong forecheck. And puck possession, puck management is a big part of how I want to play the game, and be able to grind it out and be hard as a team to play against that way. So that's, I guess, if you'd say the style, that's kind of a simplified version of what I like to do.
You didn't play a whole ton in the American Hockey League in your playing career, but I'm sure you had some days in Springfield, and I'm sure you had some time up in the Northeast to kind of get a feel for just how rambunctious the fan bases are, especially in the Atlantic Division. What makes you excited to take on the challenge of going up against the Providence, a Hartford, and a division that year in and year out is one of the toughest in the league?
Well, the rivalry is obviously going to be big when you're playing a team, and I think that helps you to go to the NHL level, because when you're playing teams so many times, there's nowhere to hide out there. You know what their other players, if they're going to step up in battle, you start to learn your guys, which guys are going to be there game in, game out when you play teams that many times, and that to me makes good rivalry, makes good competition. So I'm excited for that part. And
for the fans in Springfield who last year was the first time they haven't had playoff hockey in Springfield in a couple of years, and only a few years removed from going to the Calder Cup finals and being just a couple wins away from bringing an 8th Calder Cup to the city, what is your message to the fans, and what is your message for what your team is going to bring out on the ice when we drop the puck in October?
Well, the message is, one, I'm grateful and excited to be there, be working with the guys, so excited, but the way I coach, I without saying we know we're going to win every game, because we know that's not going to happen, but we expect to go in and win every hockey game. Before that puck drops, we expect that we can win that hockey game, and we take that approach, and I know that Springfield has a huge history of successful hockey, and that I would be obviously real disappointed if we didn't uphold that tradition.
There's a lot of folks who are excited for your welcome to Springfield a little bit later on this summer and into the early fall. Steve Konowalchuk, welcome to Springfield, and looking forward to many great successful days ahead.
Thank you, really appreciate it.